going to practice Utthita Trikonasana, which is the lateral movement of the spine. So let's start the position from the center of the mat. So we keep our feet together and slowly with inhalation, you bring the hands in front of the chest, palm facing down, elbows parallel to the floor, chest lifted up. As we exhale, bend the knees and jump and spread your feet out and open the arms wide, like more than one leg length distance. So now you place the hands on your waistline, your legs straight in this position, toes pointing directly forward and rolling slightly inward in this position. So keeping the heels slightly outward and toes directly from the starting position. So the key point of a Trikonasana, we're going to work on the, especially in our ankles, knees, our hips, an extension of the spine and maintaining the hips in a neutral position as much possible. So in this position, first stabilizing the back leg. So you perform the always posture with the right side. So the right leg going to be our front leg and the left leg going to be our back leg. So just wait a second. Could you please back to the center? So as we turn the right foot out, we place the hands on the hip so we can feel the hip bone in this position. Now, as we go to the right side or as we take the right foot outward, which is our external rotation, so make sure without disturbing the right pelvic bone, without disturbing the right hip, we still bend the knee a little bit in this position and then roll the right leg externally and turn the right toes completely out to the side. So without disturbing the right hip bone here. So buttocks rolling down, roll the tailbone a little bit in this position. Lift from the sides of the body, extension in the anterior body, chest lifted up, shoulder moving back and down, neck straight, look in front of you. Now have a look to the right foot. So press the ball of a big toe strongly on the floor. And maintaining the natural arch on your front of the foot and trying to shift the weight from the back right heel to the front of the foot. We'll try to avoid the pressing our heels too much in this position, otherwise it gives a lot of stress to our the tendons, the Achilles tendons or the right back of the ankle. So we try to shift the weight from the heel to the front of the foot by pressing the metatarsal strongly on the floor and especially work on the lateral part of the foot, which will help us to creating some external rotation. So now a little bit knees, we look at the knees. So knees facing completely out to the side, align with the second toes as much possible. So right thigh nicely rolling outward, the in to out in this position. So right buttock rolling down in this position and trying to move the tailbone in this position. And see as you move the tailbone in from the anterior side of the tailbone to the sternum, we make a nice extension here by lifting from the front part of the body, maintaining that extension before to get into the Trikonasana. Now, let's see the back of the legs. We'll work on the little back of the legs. So as we go to the right side, we feel the more heaviness on the right leg. If we lose the awareness from the back part of the leg. So keeping the left leg stable in this position, make sure that we have, again here, the natural arch, not making the foot flat or without stressing the knee. So maintaining the space here in this position, pressing through the outer arch of the foot and lifting the inner malleolus a little high, which will allow us to make the natural arch in our inner left foot. So here left knee locked in this position, knee rolling a little out, the quads rolling out as we do the Baddha Konasana, like external rotation of the thigh. So trying to roll the left thigh like into outward movement, so they are rolling out. And one action we're going to make in a Trikonasana legs to opening the hip to pushing the legs like away from each other. So pressing the legs like outward direction. For example, someone pulling you the legs like away from each other, making the legs apart. So it gives us a little bit of stability when you're trying to push the legs in this direction. So maybe you can feel a little bit more strong legs in this position. So you maintain that stability in your legs. Now we'll get into the Trikonasana. So in this position, with the next inhalation, we're going to take the right arm up, stretch from the right side of the body, elongate your right side of the trunk here and maintaining the lift in the chest. With inhalation, as we'll stretch up to the side. Now again, I want you to keep pushing the legs like an outward direction away from each other As we exhale here, we'll try to tilt the right hip down here and fixing the right femur bone deep into the hip socket and maintaining that nice length in the right side of the body from the waistline to the fingertip. Stretch to the side, slowly, 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 extension, 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 extension. Turn the right palm facing down. And then we slowly place the right hand on your ankle, on the shin bone where you feel comfortable. So resting the right hand down in this position, you can look front neck a little bit. Yeah, just keep your neck straight here and look in front of you. So to looking upward, it's going to be our last movement. So in this position, use the right hand as you rest the right hand on the ankle. So what you're going to do here, we'll try to make one action as we do like a Ardha Uttanasana, how we make the flat back. So use your right hand to like lift your torso like away from the right thigh so that we can have the straight back in this position, especially in the both sides of the trunk. Yeah. So pressing the hand on the ankle and lifting the torso a little high as much possible. First action. Second action, what you're going to do, try to feel the lower spine here. If we have the arch, try to scoop the tailbone in and same time pushing the thigh back as you do in Tadasana or Samasthiti action. So the hip facing directly front, chest facing directly front, shoulder blade nicely into the body and nicely expand the front part of the chest and the left shoulder, left side of the ribs, left side of the belly, left hip, left knee and the lateral calf. We're going to flip it nicely backwards, a roll from the left side of the ribs rolling backward actively and bring the attention to the belly. So see if you can move the belly button up to the left side of the stomach as much possible, rolling the left belly towards the left side, navel up to the left side. Left pelvic pushing backward strongly and left thigh rolling outward and pushing the legs like as I mentioned in the beginning, like pushing away from each other, pushing outward direction, which will help us to keep our legs stronger. So now here with the next inhalation, as we inhale, try to make a one extension towards the crown of the head, like a pulling the spine towards the crown of the head, maintain that extension. And with the exhalation, keep rolling the shoulder back and trying to bring the right side of the body a little forward so that we can have a nice lift in our chest in this position. Trying to fixing the right buttock into the body, both the buttocks in neutral position once we are comfortable here. And the next action, we take the left arm up, slowly stretch your left arm up over the shoulder. So try to keep the both arms nicely stretched away from each other. So as you stretch your left arm up, to try to lift the sternum high up towards the left side of the chest and elongate your left side sides of the chest, like with the pectoral major, minor, nicely stretch from the front of the chest and from the left shoulder to the left fingertip, trying to stretching the hands nicely upward, longer arms. So right hand pressing down and lifting the torso high and left arm through the extending upward to the ceiling. Now once you're comfortable here, very gently turn your head to the left side, twisting the cervical and moving the chin towards the left shoulder and gazing the left hand for the Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. So maintaining the nice extension in your arms, extension on the spine, extension on your both legs and pressing through the outer arch of the left foot. Keeping the legs stronger and try to open the chest and moving the belly mentally to the side, teaching yourself, like mentally guiding yourself into the asana. We hold it for a bit. As you release the posture, you place the left hand on your left hip, look down, subtle bend the right knee, and then back to center, hands on the hip. Yeah, you can turn your right foot in, and then as we exhale, bend the knees and jump in a Tadasana, feet together. All right. So let's see some modification or some adjustment we'll practice in Trikonasana. For example, somebody having the one of the major mistake what we do here, like to keeping the legs like completely extended, like a straight leg. So here we can straight the leg, but we don't use our muscles so much in this position. So it's like a passive extension here. So we are not using any muscles here as we are straightening the leg. We'll try to keep the leg straight in this position. We'll make some muscular work here to stabilizing our knees. So which will help us to strengthening our thighs muscles, calf muscles around the knees. So let's see if somebody have the knee pain, it can be a little bit challenging for them to keep the leg straight, but we'll use a brick for them. So let's try once again. Nikki, bring the hands in front of the chest and jump with the exhalation, spread your legs out. Now let's try with the other leg now, hands on the hip, and you bend the left knee slowly and turn your left foot out without disturbing the left hip. So buttocks rolling down. So for example, if somebody have the hyperextension on our knee, so what you're going to do, we'll use the brick on the third label. So I adjust the brick underneath the calf. Okay, bend the knee a little bit and then press the calf against the brick. Yeah, a little bit more, bend the knee. Yeah, press. Is it okay? Yeah. Is it helping you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if somebody have the hyperextension knee, so again now with the nest inhalation, you take the left arm up, again correcting yourself. So it's pushing the legs outward direction, but it's rolling down and stretch your left arm high. Take a long inhalation. With the exhalation, you bend to the side, stretch through the side, slowly reaching the left hand down on the brick. You can stay a little bit high. Modification for those have really tight thighs or cannot bend completely to the side. You press the hands on the brick. Again, try to lift the sides of the body higher, maintaining the extension from the sides of the trunk. Yeah, open the chest nicely. Very good. Left buttock into the body, moving the tailbone in. And then here, once you're comfortable, take the right arm up over the head. Stretch your right arm high to the ceiling. Turn your head and look at the right hand. So modification for those have a really tight thighs or really stiff thighs or stiff hips cannot go deeper into Trikonasana using the brick this way. One brick is helping to avoiding the hyperextension and another brick to getting a little bit lift in our torso. We can take the support of the brick and we can keep our spinal higher in Trikonasana. Stretching the right arm higher and nicely working on the opening the chest as much possible in this position, fixing the shoulder blade into the body and nicely expansion in the chest and moving the belly like navel to the right side as much possibly. Trying to rotate your spine to the right in this position in order to open the chest. Take a couple of breaths in this position. As we exhale, look down to the left foot, right hand on your hip, hold your waistline and slowly bend your left knee and then lift yourself up and turn the left toes out. All right, let me move the brick out and then you can bring your feet together by jumping or stepping together. All right, so let's try the Utthita Trikonasana once again with the strap and brick. So with inhalation, bring the hands in front of the chest, bend the knee, exhale, jump and spread your legs out and arms out. Now place the hands on the waistline. So now what you're going to do, we'll use the strap to develop the more awareness in our rectus abdominal region to the sides of the body. We have the strap. We're going to use the strap the same way as we do for the opening the chest. So we keep the strap, the both edges equally, and we're going to hold in our, could you try please? Yeah, and swing it behind the back like that. Yeah, adjust in the upper back and throw it over the shoulder. Yeah. And now we're going to cross the strap behind the back in this position, but make sure we don't get any twist. Yeah. And hook the strap tightly close to the waistline and then pull the strap down and raise the sternum high as much possible. Trying to make the sides of the body longer, chest lifted up. Yeah. Your buttocks rolling down, tailbone in, thighs stronger. Moving the right toe slightly inward. Now here, we're going to try with the left side again. So without disturbing the hip, bend the knee and turn your left foot out. Yeah, strong leg pressing the ball of a big toe. So I'm going to use the brick again to protect our knee here and avoiding the hamstring or the hyperextension in a third level and press the, is okay? Yeah, so we're pressing the calf strongly against the brick and pressing the ball of a big toe, the front of the foot is strongly on the floor in this position. Now pull the strap back and down, chest lifted up, neck is straight, inhale. As you exhale, slowly try to tilt your left hip down here, pulling the left femur bone deep into the hip socket and then bend your torso directly front to the side over the left leg as much possible. Using the left arm to pull the strap more strongly backward to rolling the right shoulder backward, perfect. You look down, once you're comfortable, turn your head in front of you and maintaining the extension from the front part of the body, elongating your spine, tailbone rolling in, pushing the right thigh strongly back and look up to the ceiling. Just stay there for a bit. So when you're practicing the Trikonasana like that, pushing the knee strongly against the brick, which will help us to develop the more awareness in the to the sides of the trunk, our core muscles, which will help us to strengthening our core muscles or make us more aware of the sides of the body. Just stay there for a bit. As you exhale, subtle bend the knee and then look down and come back to the center. And then let me release this brick. Now let's try with the other side so that they can see the strap. So please bring your feet together and you can turn to the wall, facing to the wall. Yeah. Open your legs again, wide space. Yeah. Now let's try with the right side. So turn your right foot out with a bend knee. Yeah. Keeping the buttocks in neutral position, tailbone rolling down and keep pulling the strap lower. Your chest lifted up. trying to make the spine longer. Inhale. As we exhale, here, let me adjust the brick first. Bend the knee a little bit and press the brick, press the calf again. A little bit. Bend the knee a little bit, please. Bend the knee again. And now press. Yeah, pressing the right big toe strongly. Now, as you exhale, tilt your right hip down and keep pushing the right hip back down towards the left buttock, and then bend the torso slowly over the right thigh. So bend the torso directly over the right thigh in this position. Yeah, and use your right arm more strongly. Pull the strap backward, which will allow us to open the chest more nicely, which will help us to lift our chest facing front to the wall. Then once you're comfortable, turn your head up to the left side, turning your cervical. Yeah, you keep pulling the strap backward, which will help us to expand our chest nicely. But don't lose the awareness from the thigh. So we constantly pulling our thigh, the left thigh, like away from the right thigh. So which will give the more stability to our legs. We take a few breaths in this position. As we exhale, we'll slowly press the ball of our right big toe, bend the right knee, and slowly come back to the center. And then exhale, release the leg. Yeah, you can bring the feet together, release the strap, relax. Okay, let's try with a little bit pelvic tilt by using the self-adjustment, by using the strap for the self-adjustment. So we'll make a loop, a wide loop, at least a leg length distance, a little bit down to the line with the root of thigh. So we'll use the strap like according the length of the leg. For example, can you adjust the right foot? Here at the root of the thigh, let me make it a little bit tight. Here, the pelvis. So this is the root of the thigh or head of the thigh. Yeah. So now we're going to use the strap. So she is going to practice with the right leg. So we're gonna insert our right leg inside the loop. Yeah. And then left foot here, rest the left foot on the edge. Yes. And try to slide open the legs now in this position. You can adjust the strap on the top of the thigh a little bit. Make sure we don't get the twist. Yeah. Open the leg a little bit more out, a little bit more out, a little bit more out. Make the strap a little tighten. And the strap here with the left side on the left foot, we're going to adjust on the front of the foot, which will help us to make a little bit internal movement. It's too tight for you? How you feel? It's helping you like tilting. Okay. So if you feel a little bit more, you can open the leg a little bit more out. Like yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's okay? So as you go down, you can open the legs more high. It will help us to go more tilt the hip. Yeah. Keep the back straight, hands on the hip. We have already a tilt. Okay. So now, so we're gonna use the brake or we can use the chair as well. Let's see how we get into the asana. So hands inhale. As you exhale in this position. So let's try the other way. You take the hands behind your back, interlock your finger, and pull the hands down towards the floor. Chest lifted upward. Yeah. As we exhale, then actively bend your torso to the side, slowly. Yeah, as much possible, bring the torso over the thigh in this position. So once you are in your maximum point, yeah, if somebody having the hyperextension, they can still use the brick here, but we'll try without brick now this time. So now here, slowly release the hand, left hand on the left hip and right hand down on the brick and left hand resting on the left hip. Yeah, in this position, flip the left hip backward, push the left hip backward, strongly pressure by using the arm strength or by using the thigh strength, and push the left shoulder backward. Try to open the chest in this position. If somebody cannot reach down on the brick or still finding difficult to keeping the hand on the brick, so we can use the chair, for example, just a little bit more height in this position. They can place the hand a little bit high on the chair, so which is more easier. And you take the left arm up over the head and stretch your left arm upward. Just stay there for a bit. Or you can trying to keep your pushing the left arm more backward so that we can open the chest in this position, maintaining the nice expansion in the sides of the chest. Yeah, just stay there for a bit. Using the chair just a little height per person, those are feeling difficult to go down in this position. But those are fine. Try to use the brake or placing the hands on the ankle, inside or outside, having just making some active stretch in this position. Just stay there for a bit. As you exhale, slowly look down to the chair, left hand on the hip. Bend the right knee a little bit and then slowly push yourself up, and then you can slide your legs backward. So let's try Trikonasana in another way. If somebody finds difficult to keep the buttocks in neutral position, so we can make a little bit changes according to person. If somebody finding really difficult to keep the buttocks in neutral, so let's try. Nikki, please turn around and open your legs as you do with Trikonasana. Stretch your leg. Yeah, hands on the hip. For example, turn the right foot out. As you do the Trikonasana, yeah, straight the leg. As you go, bend to the right side now. Usually, as you go to the right side, what happens? The right buttock start to pushing backward. Can you please show the mistakes, major mistake you do? Yeah, right hand there. You can drop the right hand down. So the right buttocks like goes backward, which doesn't allow us to working on the mobility of the hip. So to avoid that momentum or the pushing the buttock backward, usually what happens is because of the stiffness of the hip. So we can just make little bit changes which can allow us to keep our buttocks completely in a natural position instead of pushing one hip pushing backward. So let's try it another way. Please come back to the center. So for that, what we're going to do, place the hands on the hip, bend the knees, and again jump. So as we do the Trikonasana, usually we take the measurement of like heel to center arch of the left foot. This is a very basic measurement. But for that, we're going to make a little bit changes. So as we take the normal measurement, the right heel, turn the right foot out, please, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, right heel aligned with the center arch of the left foot. So yeah, as you do the posture, so in this way, it's okay for those who are flexible. But yeah, still somebody find it difficult to fix the right buttock into the body. So for them, we can make a little bit changes by changing the position of our legs, which will help us to fix the buttock into the body. So for that, what we're gonna do, we'll take the back leg a little close to the edge of the mat here, to the sides of the mat, yeah, like that. Yeah, and toes a little bit moving inward. Now let's make another change on the front leg. We're gonna walk the right leg to the left side corner of the mat. So taking the leg, slide the leg a little bit inward, inward, inward. Yeah, exactly like that. So toes remain facing front. Now pressing through the inner arch of the right foot and trying to roll the right leg externally in this position. If we need, we can use the brick later. But I keep the bricks so we can have support. So here, see what happened as we take the right leg in and left leg out backward. So buttocks are already in the neutral position now. All right, so right buttock is already into the body. So as we bend to the side, it will be more easy for us to keep the hip aligned. Let's try the same way. Stay high, tailbone in, and take the right arm up with inhalation. Stretch up. Inhale. As you exhale, tilt your right hip down and then bend to the right side. Yeah, reaching the right hand slowly on the ankle or reaching the right hand on the break. Yeah, you can press the fingertip. So now what is happening now in this position? Right buttock is already inside the body in this position, and they are completely in a neutral position without making so much muscular movement here. So left hip is strongly pushing backward, chest open, and stay there for a bit, pressing the hand strongly. So as you can see, as we make a little bit changes by moving the right foot in, left foot back. So here the buttocks come in completely in a neutral position here, or already like it's nicely into the body. So just we need to maintaining the extension from the sides of the body as much possible, and rolling the left thigh backward. So by doing a little changes which will help us to keep the both buttocks nicely in a neutral position, and the same way as we do the Utthita Trikonasana, taking the left arm on the top, extension, turning the head to the left and gazing the left hand. Just stay there for a bit. As you release the posture, left hand on the hip, look down to the floor, subtle bend the right knee, and then push the floor and lift up. And then slowly step your feet closer, and then relax. Release the hand.